Hello, this is the Chocolate Lady. You're listening to my favorite podcast, Mouse and Weens. Cocoa Nibs.
Mouse and Weens and a 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 mouse and Weens, mouse and Weens and a mouse and Weens.
What is so funny?
Hello, it's Mouse and Weens. We're here.
Hi! My sister's laughing so much just from saying 1, 2, 3, start!
Well, first of all, I'm Mouse. I'm Joelle. I'm the mom one down in San Diego.
I'm Weens, Julianne. I'm up in LA.
Yeah, but we were sending each other texts before, and you sent me an article about Scott Baio, and then I sent you an article about Bill Cosby back, or rather just a picture, and all I see peeking over my screen is Bill Cosby's eye.
It's not good.
But they're kind of wonky. Like one looks like it has had a rough last 10 years. So
one was roofied, the other's alert.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Scott Baio is like getting accused by the Nicole lady who I think he was married to, who is saying he did a little chachi me tutor. That's not funny, though. A lot of people could be offended by that because maybe that hurts to hear. Sorry.
Chachi me tutor? That was the part that got me. Wait, is that a crossover with Facts of Life with Tootie? No. Different.
Oh, yeah. That could be good. Joe, good job.
Hey,
nice little
thanks.
hybrid squeeze.
I'm good.
Yeah, no.
The 80s.
There was also an episode of, I'm sorry, but Gordon Jump was on an episode of Different Strokes where he apparently like diddled on Dudley. Do you remember this episode?
Yes,
he invited...
I just saw the picture today. That's so weird.
Okay, so it was, that's not funny for people who've actually been hurt by this. He lured them in with ice cream and took them into a bike, like fixed their bike and then touched them.
Yeah. Gordon Jump. Also known as
Gordon Jump.
WKRP in Cincinnati's hot DJ.
Hot.
Or station manager. I don't know.
Station manager, yeah. We got a little Venus flytrap in there. That's the only one I remember.
That's
Lonnie
right.
Anderson. She was a real Hot Lips hooligan at that point. Who's the other one? Hot Lips.
And now we're getting into like MASH, all the territory. Oh, maybe we should have Alan Alda pop in here real quick.
Oh,
okay.
Let's
friends.
hear from Alan Alda.
Yeah, we have a good friend, Alan Alda,
and a super fan of Mouse and Weens.
That's right. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Alan Alda, and when you shine your shoes, make sure you use lemon juice and a frozen man. I'm Alan Alda. Thanks.
All right,
Alan.
Thanks, Alan. Friend. Good advice.
Thank you.
We'll go forward and live well.
That segment actually should be called Advice with Alan because he's got a lot of tips for us. He's always giving us great tips.
Okay. Yeah. Let's make it official. Okay. Official segment coming soon.
Okay.
Good. Well, so
anyway,
any other fun updates on your end of the world? How's LA?
It's real hot and kind of smoggy. All the crappy air is back, so the mountains have disappeared. I think this could be due in large part to the Northern California fires, which are spreading around the air. So I think our mother in Idaho Falls, Idaho, actually is experiencing smoky air from California because it blows right into their flight path.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some podcaster friends who are dealing with it also, and a couple of my friends. We have the girls from Book of Lies. They're right there dealing with it, and also Cori from That's Not Proper podcast. She's dealing with some smoky air too. So yeah, it sucks. There's lots of awful smoke.
What about you?
I reached out to Allie and Chris and invited them to come stay down here with us if they need to evacuate. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But the air here is a little better. Very muggy. It makes one's well smoothed hair that they work on really well in the morning with a curling iron and a blow dryer. Poof, right out. Akin to...
You actually blow dry and iron your hair
sometimes.
In this pandemic? Really?
Well, not a lot, but if I'm going out, and yeah, I'll wash. I take showers. I dry
do you
my
shower
hair.
Every day?
No, like every other. But I'll do body showers like every day. usually.
What does that mean? Hit the hot spots?
Hit the hot spots. Hit the...
What does that mean?
The pits, the twink, the tush, the feet.
Does that mean with a sponge?
With the soap. You just get the soap going and lather up. Sudsy.
But in the sink, or do you go in the shower?
In the shower. I just keep my hair dry. I keep it out of the stream, Push that little nozzle down, the whole thing. Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm feeling nostalgic and sometimes I get lonely, and then remember how Mom used to bathe us in the sink when we were little?
Yeah.
But I'll just sometimes go in there and I'll sit in the sink and I'll run some warm water. Then I just splash around. I make sure my window's closed, though, because it looks out over someone. But it's fun. It just
all
it feels
6 foot
cozy.
one of you crunched up into a small square sink.
Yes.
I could see it. Yeah. You'd be like that yogi. Do you remember That's Incredible with John Davidson? Growing up.
Sitting.
There was a yogi in a box. He had a plexiglass box, and he got himself all contorted and squished inside the box, and they shut and locked the door.
Guy for me. Mm-hmm.
And it affected me. I was really, that image, that was wild.
Traumatized?
To my little brain. Yeah. Although secretly fascinated. Could we do it? Could we try to squish into a little box?
We could actually do that. I just washed. Oh, I'm really on this washing kick. I watched with a T the Ocean's 11, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Ocean's 11 and 12. I had a big day of nothing the other day, but the little guy who got in the suitcase, the little contorted man, they have one of their, like, the booby trap character from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And this guy was that type of jujitsu little contortionist who would get into suitcases and sneak into things to help them steal jewels.
Nice. I like it. I've seen all these movies, but I have a part of my brain that just instantly forgets movie plots, who's in them. It's awful. Certain ones I'll remember, but mostly...
You're a good date.
I am. I'll watch another movie and be like, I've never seen that. I'll get halfway through a movie and realize I've already seen it. Like, it's that bad.
I think I did that with this. That's funny that you say at the very end, there is the Frenchman who, their big thing was Clooney, and he had a battle to see who could steal the Roman egg or whatever. And then... I said, I think I've seen this whole thing because I remember him doing like squats by his pool. This is fascinating. If anyone wants to write this down, please write in about this segment right here. This is great. Aren't you fascinated?
Judge us right now. Go to the review on Apple Podcasts to the stars right there. It's good stuff.
Hey, I realize that sometimes in these podcasts, I have a little bit of a monotone drone where it just seems like I'm like I'm the Bert to your Ernie.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes I'm gonna perk it up a little and go, oh, yes.
I know. We need to make our voice jump around a little. I do that too.
Okay.
Especially, I've been listening to this Sleep With Me podcast, and the guy just tells stories kind of like this, and it really does kind of put you to sleep, and I realize I do the same thing.
Oh.
So if anyone gets sleepy, maybe we could pivot and be a sleeping podcast. I mean, that's always an option.
Do you want to? And then we'll just tell the same stories that we do.
Yeah. And we'll just call it Mouse and Weens. It'll be the exact same podcast.
There you go. There you go. Speaking of compelling and interesting, quick, let's change subjects. All right. Now, we have decided, since my sister is obsessed with dating for some reason and prodding me, and you were going to ask more questions. I have nothing to tell you. So I said, why don't we come up with 10 questions for each other? So I could get you into this walk of shame. Here we go.
It's so fun. I love dating. I love love. I'm a total romantic. If you haven't figured it out, and I want all these love things for you, but you're a little bit on the cynical side, so we got to get you back over to...
excuse me, this is my life.
But just want you to get happy and excited about it again. So
well,
that's
great.
Why I poke.
You and Mom can team up on me, and you could shoot rainbows out of your cornholes at me and tell me to... Because it's not that simple. I'm just saying. It's great when you're married and you're all happy, and then you go, just... do this. And then I'm the one that has to sit with Hinge and weed out, Barry Tallwater, who's standing next to his Armenian tire shop shooting gun fingers. That's what I have to deal with, okay? It's not easy out there, especially at this age.
I know. I guess so. I mean, when I was dating, I was late 20s was the last time I did anything.
Yeah, you got the prime pick of the litter. And this is the I am dealing with the guys that I like are married always because they're normal and someone else also liked them.
Yes.
So therefore they're married.
Well, this is one of my questions. Can we just jump into our question list?
Go ahead.
Okay. Would you, Weens, date a guy who was married before or who has kids? It's a 3-parter question.
Yes, because I'm not sure that there are... Yes, most people, I think they would be a better pick of the litter if they've already been in a relationship, therefore they know how to be in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Children, that's fine. If I eliminated that, there would be 4 people, and they're all on Hinge right now. They're very strange. And they'd probably be better quality people, in all honesty.
Really? Even though there was a breakup and perhaps you can't quite tell how the divorce happened, but... Yeah.
Well, I would ask a lot of questions, you see.
Yes.
I would find out how the divorce happened. Also, imagine there are many people who got married really young and who are just staying in the marriage for the kids, or they've really fallen out of...
Right, whatever attracted them in the beginning, or...
Yeah, so that's a logical...
Or did it for the pregnancy, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's true. All right, good.
So,
who is your ideal man, and will you talk about Bruce?
no.
Oh, come on!
Wait a second. I get to ask you a question, and...
Wait. Go back. Who's your ideal man?
Okay, Bruce is a guy who I worked with on the last show who was a good model of a person that I would want to be with. He's very married. He's very loyal. I've known this the whole time I was friends with him. We worked together. But I saw him as a good model of someone that I would want to be with. Why, you ask? Because, and this will lead into the next question, which is who is the type of person I would want to be with. Mm-hmm. Not too small and not too pretty. She will have... No, just kidding. Okay.
It's a
That's
song.
Mary Poppins. I would like a dude who is fun and who's smart and who has a very good sense of humor.
What if his sense of humor is like,
not cynical? I don't like sharp, cynical. Like, if you love the Family Guy and think it's hilarious, I probably would not match up with you. God.
You would not date Toby because he's currently obsessed with that show. What happened?
So, I think the guy in the front house is knocking at the door because he also called.
What can we do?
But
I can't hear you. Let me turn on my phone. Why am I whispering? Why do the people on the other side always whisper? Okay, what's happening?
All right. Just came in my house. I'm in the closet, and he just walked into the house. He tried to call me, so now they're in the front room with someone.
What?
Yeah.
Did you just make a noise and come out of your closet? Jump out and say boo.
What do I do?
Jump out and say hello.
I will.
Yeah. Oh my God. Go to patreon.com/mouseandweens.
Okay, we're back, by the way, the next day, so here we are.
Can you tell us what happened, after we hung up?
Yeah, I suppose. I hope nobody listens to this. This is the danger of the podcast is if you'll get your, Anyway, the person who lives in close proximity to my house, who is the front house person, decided to walk into my house. We were just sitting here recording, as you might have guessed. And all of a sudden I hear voices on the other side of this closet wall, which means it's my other closet in the front room. And I hear someone scrambling around like a big, giant pack mouse. What's that, you ask? I don't know. But it was holding a lot of weight because it felt heavy to my ear. All of this isn't making sense, but it was I walked out and there was a man. The front house man was standing there, and there was some person in my closet, I guess, trying to access the roof. This happened
so
a
they
month
walked
ago.
past your front room. Because which closet are you in? Your bedroom closet or the front closet?
I am in the bedroom closet, so that was the
Okay.
front closet. So I walked out. There's a man standing in the front room. That was the landlord guy. I live in a back house, so I'm on his property. And,
God, this
and
is
he goes,
so...
"Oh, I thought you weren't home." And I go, "Yeah, I am," or whatever I said. And then it's probably on the recording, whatever I said.
Yeah, we could play
And
it
then-
back. You could hear it.
And then
I
he's
was
like,
so
"Oh."
flooded with adrenaline
Me
for
too.
you because I was in that moment also, and I couldn't focus all night. I was so mad about it.
Me
I called
too.
Dave. We talked about the legal side of it. It was
It's
that was a lot.
illegal. You're just walking into someone's house. I could have been having exciting relations in the bedroom.
Right.
That has never happened, but
He's like, she's safe. Just go on in.
just go on in. Nothing's happening in there. You might have to move through some piles of dust on the bed. But
No, or the one time that you screamed when they walked by the window, right? There's
yes,
that.
yes,
That's exciting.
I had
the
to detour people from standing by my window because they went in the backyard a few times, and so I went ah.
Ugh.
Even though
This is so awful. Just feeling like you're being watched at all times. So what
it's
did you
my
say
biggest
to him?
pet peeve is I just want to move to the country
Yeah.
and eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country. Remember that one? Gonna eat a lot. Of, that I mean,
Comes
I do
up every summer.
It really comes up a lot, but just it's crazy at this age and stage of my life, and then you feel like I always feel like somebody's watching me. Let's break into some more song titles that relate to this subject. Private eyes, they're watching you. Anything
I
else?
always feel like somebody's watching me.
So are they playing tricks on me? I don't know, but they like to walk in my house. So yeah, that
damn
was,
it.
I had to do a nice little text, and I phrased it where I go, I should say something that would like scare. But I did say, and I had to phrase it in a certain way. I actually had to talk to the therapist because I don't know how to say words by
Really?
myself.
She helped you put that together?
Well, it was that I seem to be a people pleaser and a no boundaries person sometimes where, I mean, you could hear I know what I said. I go, it's fine. It's okay. Because I tell them it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I slam the door after I say that. And I'm like, no, it's not fucking okay.
Yeah.
Why would I say it's okay? Because I make them, I want to I do it subconsciously.
Right. We don't like confrontation. I'm putting myself in that category too because I do it all the time. I don't know why. It's awful. I mean, I'm learning, but it's slow.
There's like a diplomat part of that, which is a positive of, I can calm a situation or whatever. But when it's used to just let someone kind of boundaries.
Walk all over you. Yeah.
The new word.
And to the detriment of you, if it's hurting you and making you feel fear or
that was crossing a
insecurity.
line. I mean, there's certain things I can handle, but that was like, are you kidding? You don't walk in my house. I could have been naked juggling knives like I sometimes do on Tuesday.
I love all these things that you do.
I do these things in my house. Lots of naked bed scrambling, lots of knife juggling, lots of
So
pickle
basically
tossing.
you're holding a one-man nudist colony in your home.
I know.
It is hot there. I see why that would be good.
That's right. I bring my ferns. I talk to them. I do have several houseplants. This is what happens when you're alone. You start buying more houseplants. I talk to them. They're very perky. But,
remember the time I stayed over and you walked out of your shower like the lady in the Shining? You walked down the hall at me. It was so hilarious, and I had no
was I
idea.
naked?
Yes.
Oh, that's so gross.
You reenacted that scene perfectly.
Remember the
It was
scene
so funny.
in Room? Guess what the room is, guys? What's the room in The Shining when the old lady in the bathtub and she gets out?
I don't remember the room. See, I don't remember any movie stuff. I didn't remember that scene or anything.
Have you ever seen a movie?
Yeah, I know. And I say that The Shining is one of my favorite scary movies. And I
Is it really?
don't remember. It is, but I don't
Really?
remember all the details.
Wow.
Anyway.
It's a good one. Yeah.
So you wrote him this text, and he said what? He
just said he was sorry. There's a lot of apology. Yes, I'll do that next. I said, you need to give me 24 hours advance. I need you to I said, I need you. This was my therapist's advice. Instead of saying, like, can you please, which is my natural inclination. Would you mind? Can you please? I was like, I need you to give me 24 hours notice. And then the magic touch I added was I almost sprayed you in the face with grizzly bear spray. Did I send you that text?
Yes.
Because I have grizzly bear spray. It shoots 25 feet. It's more effective than a gun.
You talk about this bear spray more than
I love
anything
this bear spray.
I've ever heard. It's the new pepper spray, everybody.
If you want to be safe, you get grizzly bear spray. It's it's the super scared woman's mace.
Yeah, I love it. How do you get it? Is it just at a sporting goods store or something?
You get it. No, you have to go down to MacArthur Park, and it's like getting a fake social security number. You have to pay someone to meet them, and it's usually super sketchy.
No,
but yeah.
Really?
They throw it out the window. You have to throw $50 in the car window, and then they throw it out. And then you just do a quick test where you spray, but you have to make sure not to spray the guys because they actually will shoot you.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
No, you get it.
God, why do I always get duped in all these LA Lake scenarios? The last one was your Loons song.
My Loons?
I want to find that bit because I was so confused that one episode. Yeah, where you did your new intro.
Norman.
Remember it was like the sexy lion roaring intro of the song?
Yeah.
And then we came into the episode and I asked you how you recorded it, and you had me going for a really long time. You were so detailed about the boots you used.
It was a real sexy, it was like, do-do-do, hello everybody, pull yourself a chair. And then there were some loons in the background.
There's hot cocoa involved.
Hot cocoa.
Yeah. Pull up yourself a chair. Sit down real still like. Grab yourself some hot cocoa. It's time to settle in for some mouse and Weens. Ooh, it feels so good. Like a warm blanket over your face. Cozy, cool, real nice. Get ready for some mouse and Weens.
You know what? Last night I listened to Frogs and in the Bayou to go to sleep. And do you ever listen to frog sounds?
Like on a CD or
I went
online?
to YouTube and I had some beautiful frogs and crickets.
That's so cute. You know who does that? Paul Chomo from the Varmints occasionally will just go record animal noises, often at night, often frogs. Kidding. And he posts them. He's like, here.
I would like to borrow some of his animal noises.
Yeah. Paul, do you hear that? Please stick them in the mailbox and send them her way.
It's just going to be me. I'm going to be dreaming as a small, skinny, like, tribeswoman running from, like, an elephant or something. What if it has all of a sudden the lion comes in his... I've had that happen where it's like nice, peaceful sounds and then something weird will enter into YouTube. Like it keeps doing an autoplay and suddenly you're listening to like an infomercial for socks. I don't know.
I know.
It doesn't make sense.
I know. I think this might be our podcast too because we have our odd commercials now, mid-roll. And
they just sometimes they slam me in the face in a good way.
Sorry about that, folks. It's not us.
You can't. Don't shake your fist at the man. The man is paying you.
No, the man is
man is a woman, probably. Good for you.
That's right.
He says, let's get on track here. Okay?
Right. Okay, so closing it out, do you feel good about living there now that you've set those boundaries?
Yeah, it's all fine. I think it's it really, the uncomfortability, my first instinct is to pack up and move. This is my problem is... instead of confronting things, I will just bail sometimes. This was my past problem, ladies and gentlemen. This is a whole new me in the word boundaries. No, it's just facing it head on and saying, hey, this is what I need to happen. And someone goes, okay. And then you move on.
Good.
And
sounds very healthy. Yeah.
I'll be only exiting and entering my house at 3 a.m. when everyone's asleep in a cloak.
For real.
So I don't have to run into anyone.
I could get you a big, ficus tree outfit and you could just put it on.
Just be a little bush woman.
And you could diddle from bush to bush back
Maybe
to
we
your
can see
door.
if Paul Chomo can record that sound, like the doodle-doot of cartoon feet.
Yes. He would be good. And Phil Rude too. He goes on hikes a lot too.
Oh, I love that guy. He's the best. He wrote,
Yes.
or actually, it wasn't him, but there was someone who wrote in, Raul, I think his name was, and wants to date me. And also pulls out all of he's a hairless man, which is great. We'll have a lot to talk about. He's waiting in a corner somewhere for me.
That's right. He checked all the boxes. I mean,
he really
listen to our past episode. That was 87, and he might be your guy. I mean, you could just delete Hinge right now.
I felt it immediately. I felt the chemistry, so I think there might be something. So it's, watch out, folks. Hey, all you guys that have been trying to whisk me away. Hey, no longer.
That's right.
Settle
Raul,
down.
Not a predator. I think he floated into your life at just the right time. So.
Just the right time.
So there you go.
Beautiful.
I mean, he slid right in, hairless and oiled up.
Hairless and oiled. Kind of like Richard Simmons' knees. Have you ever noticed his shiny... Anyway, go ahead. Let's get on track here.
All right. Back to men. To finish up, I think we only got into one question, which was, who's your ideal man? You mentioned...
This is, by the way, this has nothing to do with me. The mouse is obsessed with these kind of questions. You need to be hosting a bachelor show or something.
I just, being married for this many years, I have to get my kicks where I can. And I'm sorry, this week it's you.
I know, I just have no kicks to give you, except for my new lover.
Well, the Hinge thing was super fun. I can't deny that. That was super, right up my alley. So.
I also was on Match for a while, because then I heard Hinge was terrible, and then I did the Match thing around that same time. Mm-hmm. Jennifer Matten had me sign up for it at her house. She's like, let's do it right now. I've got all these pushy women in my life. You, Jennifer, come on, we're doing it now. Who do my profiles for me like I'm a little mousy...
Hey,
sorry. A little tiny beanie wiener. A little Frankenbeans.
No, it's just that you are so against the whole thing. You're just
okay, but can I tell
cynical.
You why?
So bring the fun into it. So
tell me
we pushy fun women are just helping it make it more fun and get the ball rolling. Because once it's rolling, then it's fun. What?
Let's come down from the clouds for a moment, please. And I will tell you, the thing is, I know what kind of guy I like.
Okay.
And these are not the people that tend to cross the stream of these dating sites.
Wait, doesn't crossing the stream mean peeing? That happened recently at home, too. We got that messed up with something else. But, okay, fine.
And it also is from Ghostbusters. Go ahead.
Okay. I also would like to contend that you don't know that they're not.
Okay, can I just tell you? Let me tell you the kind of guy I like. Let's go through a quick, very rapid fire briefing, and I don't even know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to give a general gist.
Okay.
All
right, let's hear it. Woohoo!
Okay, it's going to be someone who is kind-hearted. Mm-hmm. They are a good listener. They know how to communicate. They're adult enough to work through issues. They are handsome to me, which means. I could post some photos of people I find handsome, but
celebrity dreamboat. That's one of my questions too.
They like nature. They would have to enjoy hikes and nature and things. They like music that I like in some universe of the same music. Like, let's throw out a few. Who do you think?
John Denver.
Yes, John Denver. That's our childhood. I do like John Denver. And then like Jack White, all the Delta blues, like that genre, Tom Waits. We could do a little Johnny Cash. We could do a little Beach Boys.
Cool.
Old, like the Brian Wilson Smiley
Smile,
Pet
Sounds
vibe.
Like
old Beatles White Album. Okay. Anyway,
good.
I like that kind of stuff. And, kinks.
So if they were totally into hip hop or like Mexican polka, that wouldn't be your jam.
I don't want to rule anything out, but generally there's a type of person I think that's in the wheelhouse of smart, maybe even a little nerdy, and I don't want to get superficial, but maybe they would have certain types of clothing. Like if they're wearing the Tevas sandals with socks, I can't do it. You see. Okay?
It always comes back to the feet.
It goes back to the boats, the feet.
All right.
No, I don't mind that. So anyway, do you get what I'm saying? Kind of a vibe
I do.
of an artist, musician, vibe, world. You could talk about culture. Liberal.
Yes.
I can't do moderate or conservative. Sorry.
That was going to be one of my other questions.
Can't do it.
Here's a conundrum for you. If you knew that this person would financially support you forever and you never had to work again, but they were a Trump supporter, would you be with them?
Hell no.
No.
That's it. Yes, I can support myself. I don't need
boundaries, ladies and gentlemen.
boundaries. People,
That is one of them.
No, just you get what I'm saying, right? And it would be nice if they're vegetarian, but that's going to rule out half the universe. So, you know, but they have to love animals and kids and be cool and like their parents and be nice.
Yay.
Okay.
I like this guy. This is my new brother-in-law. Yes,
Yeah.
bring him in.
Okay.
All right, put it out in the universe. This is who you're finding. That guy.
Hooray.
On a corner.
Okay.
All right. So
Moving on to more dating questions, which drives me crazy. Let's get all this over so we can move on with life. Let's do it.
okay. All right. Let's see. So you did hit a lot of things in that one answer.
Good.
What are some other deal breakers when dating guys? What's the straw that will break the relationship camel's back?
Oh.
I had to get my quippy quip in.
Oh, camel relationship back.
Yes.
That was pretty quippy. The relationship camelback would be someone who is narcissistic.
Yes. Because we've dealt with this before.
We've dealt with this several times and terrible.
It's
and they
awful.
guise themselves under being guise themselves? Anyway.
Yeah, they're under the guise of being like,
Yeah. Like,
so about you.
Yeah, there's the sociopathic type and narcissist, so that would not be good. Someone who is all about themselves and money and getting ahead by stepping on people. Maybe someone who is too, like someone who's not rugged at all, who couldn't handle, let's say, camping.
Let's say Woody Allen would not work for you.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. Woody, for you?
For
Do you
many
find him
reasons.
attractive?
I mean, he might like the Beatles' White Album. I don't know.
Yeah.
John Denver, perhaps.
What if he did and then also married his daughter?
Yeah.
Would that bother you?
That's a deal breaker.
Okay. Okay, now for me,
Okay.
Are we done with that question?
Well, can you just go back and also give me some dreamboat celebrities?
Oh,
Because I like this part. Yes, I
I'm
know
not
one.
good with this because I've met a few of the ones that Okay. One night we were in the Ace Hotel. Okay. She came down for a podcast convention, my sister, Joelle Mouse.
Yep.
And
Downtown LA.
Downtown LA, and we were laying in our respective beds. Was this the night? And then you were getting obsessed about
No, it was when we were in Palm Springs, right
that's
before.
right. Okay, we did
with
my
all the
Aunt Mary's
aunts.
70th birthday in Palm Springs.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
And we were there laying in our respective beds, and we had these little twin beds. It was cute. It was like a slumber party. And then you were saying, isn't it nice to think about what you want to dream about? And then I'll fall asleep and he'll be in my dreams. And then
So dumb. We were trying to will our dreams to be all woo.
all sexy. And mine, I go, well, I think Tom Hardy is hot. So I looked up a video, but someone had put together a montage of Tom Hardy clips. And they were all like, I guess he's gotten saucy in a few films and it was to that song, Ride by Pony. Can you sing it, Joe?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine that and a
Ride
bunch.
My pony. Something about a hotel room.
Hotel room. I'm going to.
Yeah.
So anyway, it goes through, sexy shots, shirts off. And all of a sudden, there's a picture of him that held for like at least 8 seconds of just his gonzo wiener. It looked like Gonzo's nose, where it kind of popped out and went down like a question mark.
It was a silhouette. It was like backlit or something.
Yeah,
it was dark.
And then he
scene.
moved it side to side. These are all live videos, so he like shook his gonzo and
Yeah, he kind of did a little helicopter move.
I know.
And
it kind of shocked
It looked like
me.
Gonzo just doing some head
Yeah.
rolls.
Exactly. So it was a little shocking. And then, because we were watching it together, I think that was the first time I watched it. And you're like, oh my God. And I didn't know either. You're like, you're a pervert. I was like, no, I didn't So anyway, that's
So the song came up like for the next couple of weeks. And
yeah.
That's all we can think
and
of.
then
is-
pictures of Gonzo got passed
Gonzo,
back and
Tom
forth. And, yeah. So anyway, there. Tom Hardy though is one of those beautiful creatures. I will say he's hot.
But
Old
doesn't
Marlon
he look
Brando.
like an apple? He kind of looks like he'd be a jerk.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think he's a nice jerk. He's like a cocky model jerk where he's like still signs the autographs, but is...
Oh, well, yeah. That's
No,
good.
you know what? I worked with someone who worked with him on the Mad Max, and I think he was a bit of a. He's kind of
Diva.
you know that vibe. He's like a cool guy, can hang out with people, talk to the crew, but also he knows that he's hot shit.
Okay.
What
yeah.
about yours?
Wait,
wait a
that's only
second. I don't
one.
want to waste my questions. You don't get to answer
Okay.
your own. Okay, ready?
All right.
Who was your very first real and exciting kiss? Details. That's what I
We've
wrote.
talked about it on the podcast before, but I
your
will
camp guy?
reiterate.
Okay.
Yeah, my summer camp, Christian summer camp, Hoover with little teeth, sidled up his hand while we were watching a Christian video in the multi-purpose room and whispered, "Do you want to go for a nature walk later?" And because I was peer pressured, because Nancy and Allie and I forget who the other girl was, they all had their first kiss at camp and I hadn't yet, and they were all giggling in the corner talking about it, and I was left out. And so I was like, fine, we'll go on a nature walk, because I wanted to get kissed and I wanted to know what it was like. So later, after lunch, we walked down this trail amongst the redwoods of Santa Cruz Mountains, and we went to the haystacks that were there for the archery range. And he sat down and he pulled me onto his lap,
And he
laid
hoovered you.
He hoovered me. He hoovered his little teeth all slobbery like over my face. It was awful. I
Really?
just pretty much squinched my eyes together and dealt with it, and then hopped up when we were done and went back.
Did you
And
wipe your
everybody
mouth,
was
or did you
like-
have to let it dry on there because you were
Oh
embarrassed
no,
to
I
wipe?
wiped it.
Okay.
What is that move? You have to kind of
Do it
suss up
secretly.
if you're gonna hurt their feelings. But
It's like
it was
the
awful.
nose
Like
on a
whole
sleeve.
wet face. Yeah, awful.
Aw,
Just the
poor
worst. With the
Hoover. Have you ever
tongue.
looked him
Ugh.
up?
No.
Have you ever thought maybe it could be a different experience?
No, I mean, hopefully he got some skills since then. It was so bad. It was so bad. And we walked back, and it was like, it was like the walk of shame. It wasn't that old.
I'm just
When
kidding.
was that? 1988-ish.
Okay.
87. We walked back, and he was bragging to the boys or
Oh,
whatever, and I went and told the girls, wee-hoo. But then the thought of him was so gross that I, through the grapevine, broke up with him. I told someone to go tell him, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And he cried. We got on the bus the next day, and he was crying. He said goodbye.
Joe, you're a heartbreaker. You always
cry.
have been.
I'm sorry.
Let's
I'm a
take
what?
out his name, his front name too. You're a heartbreaker, a dream maker, a love shaker. Don't you mess around with me. All right, next question. Let's go.
Okay. Can we pause really, really quick?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay. I just wanted to talk about our friends really quick. Hold on, please.
I'm Elisa Lucas from Best Forevers, a podcast for kindred spirits. I'd like to start a movement where we spend more time loving on our friends because although friends are important to us, they're often in the shadow of other relationships. So if you want to love on your friendships a little bit more, embrace friendship a little bit more, or just appreciate your friendships a little bit more, then this podcast is for you. We'll explore all the different ways friendships take place, share the amazing stories of friendship, and discuss best practices for the difficulties that friends may experience. It's time to embrace friendships because without our friends, who would we be? So check out Best Forevers on iTunes, Stitcher, and all the other podcasting listening venues. And be sure to follow Best Forevers Pod on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
This is such weird behavior to be airing this stuff on national television. Don't you agree?
Weird because we're a podcast. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So next question.
Okay.
I hate this.
Okay. Have you heard of the game Whoopee-Marry Kill?
No.
Oh. All right. Well, you have to. I'm going to give you 3 choices, and you have to choose one to marry, and choose one to kill. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Make whoopee. You have to choose one to make whoopee, one to marry, and one to kill. It's called Whoopee-Marry Kill.
You already let the F out of the bag. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You were effing at your landlord. All right. Anyway, here are your 3 choices. Ready? A man with 6 hairy toes on each foot who's only allowed to wear leather loafers. Okay, that's number 1.
That's
Behind door number 2, a man with the worst garlicky, stale, acrid. Is that how you say the word? Acrid acid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that awful smell.
I like
Garlicky, stale, acrid halitosis.
Oh,
okay, that's choice number 2.
Lost me with that one. Yes.
And number 3 is a man who's 4 feet tall and completely hairless.
Oh, I like that. That sounds
All right,
fun.
so Whoopee-Marry Kill. Which one?
Oh, I'd whoop the hairless man. There was a man I met at the airport.
Why? Wait. Why 4 feet tall? What? Why is that exciting?
Because it's like Wizard of Oz. It's cute. It's fun, right?
We do need more fun in our lives. So.
We do need more fun. And then I think of, there was a guy I met who we had a layover and we drank a bunch of margaritas with all the layover people and we ended up getting a little tipsy. And I carried him on my
trip.
No, this is years ago. I can't remember where I was going, New York or something. And he was completely hairless. He was bald and he was about 4 feet tall, but he was really cut and good looking. And then he offered to change my oil.
What?
I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Okay. But I ended up carrying him on my shoulders on the walkways that speed you down those.
You did not.
Huh?
Did you really?
Yeah, it was. I'm surprised we didn't get booted from the airport. There was a lot of hoo-ha. All right, now.
Wait, you really did put him on your shoulders?
Yeah.
Dude,
It's
that's pretty
fun
exciting.
after
He really
12
was 4 feet
margaritas.
tall?
Yeah. And then I met him in Oceanside again when he was in town. And then we went to that breakfast spot that you and I went to in Oceanside by the pier. He was a nice guy.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Very open-minded of you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I know what you would have said. No. Do you want me to tell you why? I'll list
No,
it.
I wouldn't. I only do it when they deserve the explanation or they're like goading me for it or they're an awful person. Then I'll tell them.
Okay. I like
nice. That. Nice.
That's a very direct, you have boundaries. Okay.
I do. Thank you. All right.
And?
Okay, so that's the whoopee man.
Okay, so bald, I would, definitely the little slippery whistle for the for the hump part. And then the toad guy, would it have a house with? What were the options? I can't remember.
No. A man with 6 hairy toes on each foot who could only wear leather loafers versus a man with the worst garlicky, stale halitosis.
To do what with?
You have to choose.
Humps?
Marry or kill.
Oh, I would kill the... sometimes I like garlic, but, the halitosis part is not as exciting, but maybe if he breathed upward at night, then you would just think that you would dream of pizza. So that guy...
He has an underbite, too? He shoots his breath right up?
He's like one of those little, those bulldogs.
Yeah. He's getting better by the minute. Okay.
Yeah. He does circular breathing on the side from his lower. He's very into the didgeridoo. Sometimes we'll say didgeridoo. All right, moving on. This is hilarious. Write that one down. Hoo-wee. Let's call your friend Chris Fairbanks and give him that one for a small fee. Oh, good God. All right, and the next one, what would I do with him? Buy a house?
Marry or kill you.
I keep wanting to buy a house with one of these guys.
House.
I really want to buy a house with anyone who's
I know.
available.
F, marry, kill.
Okay.
It's no house buying here.
Okay, I'd kill that toe guy. I can't stand 6 toes.
Oh,
That guy's dead.
but he
Dead
could be
to
a
me.
great sideshow gig for you. You could make a lot of money off him. No?
That's just too much. That's confusing.
All right. All right.
Got too many appendages. Men have too many appendages already. You've got to suck fingers, put toes in weird
I
places.
hate having to suck fingers. Who has to suck fingers?
Who
Nobody
has to
makes
suck
you
fingers? I don't know. I watched a movie once they did it. I assume everyone's doing it.
I thought you suck your own fingers. Like, this is what I'm going to do later. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to suck some salt. What does that even mean? A sensual finger sucking. I just think of salt. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
And next question. When was the first time you masturbated? How?
Oh,
Give
come
details.
on! I can't answer these. This is a family show.
Whose family?
Mine?
Seriously? You put me on the spot all the time. All right, I'll put a G version. Then I have to... Okay, what is the weirdest place you had interludes? I can't even say intercourse. Interlopings. Oh. What's the weirdest place you've ever done?
I'm going to get struck by lightning. Do you really want to hear this?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so bad. Go to patreon.com/mouseandweens. I have that question too. What's the most public place you've made whoopee?
Probably in the park.
Whoopee in the park?
Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Like under a blanket or full throttle?
I'm vaguely remembering a tree, like in a tree.
In a tree?
Think about this.
Were you in the redwood forest? The drive-through tree?
We were in the redwood forest, kind of by the Gold Stream waters. It was a land that was made for you and me. I'm on fire. Whoo! I should charge for this kind of hilarity.
Next show, 8 p.m.
This is what's happening. I'm going to move down to the Borscht Belt. Me and Mel Torme going to start a big old sideshow in our velvet suits with his velvet voice. He's not even alive anymore. We can't talk like that.
I mean, yeah, he's probably looking
Don't
down
bring him into this.
From a comedy pulpit, listening to all this. I'm so sorry that I made you talk about it.
The night we hung out with Don Johnson at his house, if he walked in on you pooping and wanted to make out with you, would you have details?
That's your question. Oh.
Okay, Joelle, my dear sister, just a tiny briefing. I worked on the show Nash Bridges with Don Johnson in Cheech, if you remember this from years ago.
Yep.
She came to the rap party with me. We ended up going back to Don Johnson's house with like a handful of people. Mm-hmm. My sister decides she has to poop and goes into... we snuck upstairs. We went into Don Johnson's bedroom.
Was he still with Melanie Griffith at the time? Or were they already split up?
Yeah. Yes, they just had their daughter. Dakota was like 7.
Yeah, we were looking through all their clothes, like everything was hanging in this huge closet, right?
Yeah, she couldn't just go poop, and I was nervous. I'm like working for this guy. I'm like, just get it out and let's get out of here. We're not supposed to be in this bedroom. She goes in there, just sits there casually, and I have to stand. The door doesn't even lock, so I have to stand inside holding the door. In this strange situation in this big bathroom, well, she just casually drops out a couple little cat rolls.
When the opportunity knocks, you got to take it. It was
and then
the perfect storm.
Co-star of the show, Jaime Gomez, opens the door because I was no longer holding it because I started putting on lipstick or something and walks in.
Melanie Griffith.
Oh, you had already pulled up your pants, and he said, "Are you guys doing barkers?"
Right.
Anyway, we don't know what barkers are.
We still don't know what barkers are, but...
Point is, if Don Johnson walked in on you, if it was Don instead of the co-star, would you, and he wanted to make out with you, would you have?
No, because you would have been there and we would have been in my cloud of funk and he comes up to my chin. No, I would not have.
Okay.
Would I have? Maybe I would have.
Yes, you would have, Joelle.
Really?
Because you have a story. You love celebrity stories that go nowhere. This would have gone somewhere.
Yeah.
Have a kiss story with Don Johnson. You would have done it. I know you.
Maybe. Ooh, could I call it a Me Too moment, though?
Yeah, why?
Because, no. Would that have been a Me Too moment? Not really, because he's not my boss. But it could have been for you.
Oh, God. That guy was Me Tooing all over the place. Remember when he introduced, when you first met him, he shook your hand or whatever and said, "I want to jump your sister's bones."
Oh, my God, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
What a creep.
So he had 3 sexual harassment lawsuits on him at that time.
Oh, my God.
You know.
Yeah.
I just kept my distance. All right.
I'm good.
Sister?
Okay. All right, I have one for you.
Yep.
Do you want to get married and have kids?
Might be a little late for that.
No, you can adopt.
I'm old.
Especially if you have an accent like that.
I could do that.
You could.
Okay, here's my real answer though. I don't care as much about the paperwork, as we say in the world of... I've never cared that much about having all of the certification around it. It would be if you really want to be with someone and you really love them, and it would have to be that first. And if I still don't see the need for it, but if it happened, that would be okay too. Right. As far as kids, that would also have to be a situation where it was, you could afford to support them and you really wanted to, but it's all about the person you're with, I think.
Yeah. So if you found the right person, it would be...
It's a possibility. I never say no to anything.
Even Don Johnson. Yep. Good.
I would say no to that. Yeah.
Good. All right. See, this is exciting. So my whole experience hasn't turned you off on having kids?
No, but it's a lot of work. I am used to supporting myself, so it would be shifting gears to have to figure that out. So it would be, the other person would have to work. Okay, here's a question. Sorry, I thought you were done. Would you date someone who transitioned gender to live as a man? So they were born, as a woman, I guess, physically. So transitioned, but not with the surgery. I don't know. It's hard to say unless you meet someone. What if you fell in love? Yeah. Love could surpass all obstacles.
You are very open-minded. This is great.
I guess.
I could take
secretly, I'll tell you what I really think. No, I'm just kidding.
I was just about to say I could take a page from your book, but forget it. No. Oh, my gosh.
I know what I like. I really do like guys, and I have left myself open to the possibility, and I like girls as friends because they're fun. I just don't, I know what I like. I know what I like and I know what I want. I thought we were going to do Everything Reminds Us of a Song, and we started doing it and then nothing did. Maybe I didn't tell you about
God,
that.
My songs are going to, we could go back to Whoopee and, isn't there a
Rankin Whoopee, little pork pie, okay. Do you like...
Oh, there it is. Had to go.
Are these too risky for
it is. We did just come off of a campaign for the Homeschool Buyers Co-op. All
right. Let's back that up. God bless. It just means more editing.
That's okay.
All right. I will not ask you that, but I was going for the hard and fast questions because
I bet you
make
were.
me so uncomfortable. Oh. Okay. Here's one. Do you like massages?
Only if they're hands-on.
Would you like a hands-on massage?
Or Wisconsin grandma got a hands-on massage.
Everyone from Wisconsin wants one, and they also drink Constant Comment tea. Okay, anyway, do you like that idea?
I do like a massage. I love massages. That's one thing I missed with all the shutdown is there's no hands on anything. It's all hands off.
Wait a second. I know your real answer. You're not really into massages.
Oh, well, if given time constraints and money constraints, would I choose a massage? No, I'd probably choose a new pair of jeans. That's always my comparison. I'd rather have the thing that's going to last longer because the massage comes and goes. It feels great, but then it's gone. But you think it's always worth it. You will always go for the massage, right?
I am maybe an in-the-moment pleasure seeker.
That dopamine, it's powerful stuff.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, it's a gift that you can give yourself.
True. Or you could get jeans and give them to yourself, which is also...
And then you could be forever in blue jeans.
There it is.
Back to the stuff.
Nice,
okay.
Nice. Well, I'm out of questions. I think that was it for me. How about you?
Okay. Oh, I got a good one. Woo. If you had to have a threesome for 8 hours, who would you choose? And it has to be a man and a woman, not your husband.
Oh,
so it could be
my
celebrities.
God.
It could be whoever.
What? Real people, celebrity? Okay. Chris and Gwyneth. And then...
Really?
Why not? And then I would sit down as a counselor, really, because I want to find out why they broke up for real. And there'd probably be no sex. We would just talk.
Joelle.
Yeah, that's a dumb question. Or a dumb answer, huh? I'm sorry.
Wait a second.
I don't know.
No, that's fine. These are dumb questions.
Okay,
too.
what about you? I like to say ditto.
I don't know. I'd probably go for like Scarlett Johansson and Tom Hardy. They both, I think they're all
Those
Scorpios like me.
Sexy lipped people, yeah. You'd be
They're all
in the presence of pillows. That'd be nice.
yeah,
That's
pillowy lips,
Yeah.
pursy lips. All right, so now that this horrible session's over,
Oh, this was a rough
are
one.
we done?
Yes, I think we're done.
This podcast has been interrupted about 28 times.
I know. Well, we'll see if we
And-
can plug it together.
Okay.
And I would like to say thank you to everyone who is listening. It's so fun hearing from our listeners and fans and getting feedback. And we really, really, really appreciate you, especially our patrons. Our latest is Jody. Thank you, Jody, for listening. And
Thanks, Jody.
for your friendship and being cool. And we appreciate your feedback. She always comments on our episodes, so it's great.
Jody's great.
Yes, I agree.
really
And anything else, Weens?
No, that's it.
No.
Well, okay, so let me leave this on a wistful haiku.
Ooh, all right. Can I just quick say, please follow us on Mouse and Weens. Everywhere you have to
Damn,
spell
you
it
just
out. Mouse and Weens.
Sucked it out of me.
Well, I'm sorry. Just keep ruminating.
So right
Keep going.
there.
You're good.
Okay.
We're also on YouTube and patreon.com/Mouse and Weens. That's it. It keeps us running and rolling, and it really gives us the gusto to keep doing this podcast because sometimes we get a little cynical about the whole thing. And but then we
Who's
see
we? Are you pointing at me right now?
No, but both of us, it's hard to keep going. But knowing that people are really listening and they see value in our podcast and they give their little $5 a month, it does make it very worth it. It's like, oh yeah, there are people that really care. So thank you, and please tell your friends. That's the best way we can grow. That's it.
Yay.
Oh,
All right.
just bang the table.
Here's a little creation at the end for someone who wants to pick this up. It is to create a haiku about Mouse and Weens. Okay, so can you send that in some capacity? Whether it's to
Ooh.
call, whether it's to put it on the website. But we'll do a request on Facebook for that.
Okay.
So maybe you can jump in on that or just email it to us.
There you go. Mouse and Weens haiku. We'll take anything. What is a haiku again?
You could look it up. It's like, here is my hair, my comb is dark, brush it.
It's all about the syllables, right?
Yeah, I think
And
it's
lines.
5 and 2 or something.
My
I don't know. I'm
internet's
hot.
still
Let's
out.
go.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love you.
Love you too.
I love-
Bye. Bye,
love
everybody.
you guys very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
My face lands directly in the center of his chest. I confess, it's the best. My hand wrapped so gently around his flannel bicep, and he flexed. I can't rest. He's the best. He's the best. He stands tall like an oak, or more correctly like a spruce. Once he gets his cables round your heart, you'll never get them loose. We've never gotten in a fight, but if we did, I'd call a truce. He's the fabulous, wonderful, loveliest man out there, and his name is... It doesn't matter. He's somebody else's man, and I can't have him. He's somebody else's man. Maybe she'll divorce his perfect ass. He's somebody else's man. Stop dreaming, it's never gonna happen. He's somebody else's man. Go watch a movie or something. He's somebody else's man. Find someone single. He's somebody else's man. There's 4 billion guys in this world. He's somebody else's man. Too bad this one is perfectly designed. He's somebody else's man.
You know what? Screw this guy. I really don't need him.
He's somebody else's man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that last line.
He's somebody else's man.
Please, God, let me touch his chest
He's
once.
somebody else's man.
right. He's someone else's man. I got it.
Somebody else's man.
Stop telling me I get it.
He's somebody else's man. Subliminal messages you left me. It's really deep inside, but
Go
you
run around
really
the
seal
block.
it. So I'm gonna leave my window unlocked. You can come in. I've got new lingerie. I'll be
Stop
waiting.
singing about
Super
this.
sexy. He's somebody else's man.